project to Delaware Municipal Court and Better Business Bureau. Linda Norris, as she said, has a bachelor's from OSU and a master's from Handy.
I do believe that we are at a point where we need to legitimacy with our fellow colleagues, to standardize the practice to protect our principles, to become a service that those who pay for it find it easier to pay for. So insurance companies and employee assistance,
Even if you model it after somebody else's program, you're still going to have a lot of work. And that's been one of the issues is, you know, who's going to take stewardship of such a program and who's going to pay for it and who's going to implement it.
As a community mediation person, the primary concern is how is that done in such a way that it doesn't eliminate most of the volunteer mediators that we depend upon and in fact do a lovely job. And in fact, with many communities of people are in a position to be a mediator where we were not. You know, these small, impoverished towns in northern Athens County, they're really not interested in credentials. They are interested in if they know.
Nobody has found the magic solution yet to establish a statewide certification program. The state of Washington came closest. The Washington Mediation Association administers a certification program. It was the only one I think we found that actually went this far. Texas?
So if those are the important qualities of a good mediator, are we able to measure those? And does credentialing guarantee that those qualities will be present in the mediator before the parties?
I think, you know, what the point you're raising is part of exactly the reason why credentialing is so difficult, is that the word mediation gets applied to some of the things.
Like a person can go through law school and pass the bar and go out and practice, it could be terrible. How does that what we're doing is trying to assure that the people that call themselves mediators are good mediators, and is that really beyond the wherewithal and the resources to do that kind of thing, or is there a minimum standard that can be implemented? And we talked about too about maybe starting something and then continue to have it grow. And
I'd like to throw out the most standards of conduct for mediators developed by the our association and Association for Conflict Resolution in 2005. Part of that requirement that exists all across our country, and that we build on that.
So are you suggesting that someone could lose their credential if they didn't meet the conduct standard?
If they weren't practicing self-determinism, I think there should be something in place that would sanction that person, and there be something done.
You would say we're the teeth. So if we have credentials, then what does it mean?
There needs to be someone to administer the work, and that has to be spelled out.
And that person would then review, or that body would then review complaints against credentialed mediators, and would they lose their credentialing? Would they ever be able to mediate again? Would they become a non-credentialed mediator?
I mean, under the model that I was referring to, they would lose, if it was founded, they would lose their credentialing. And again, because you have the buy-in from all these large organizations throughout the state, that would prevent them from obtaining work through or being associated as a mediator with those organizations as well.
So first you'd say, is the Ohio Mediation Association interested in taking a leadership role? Then is there a group of volunteers within the OMA willing to get together and work on the details? And then can they hire a professional administrator to actually administer the standards once
I feel like that's the
of credentialing or licensure, or whatever word, and that to me is a question.
One question is, and then this is really open to anyone's answer, but what is it that we're trying to prevent by credentialing? I mean, I think we could say we're trying to provide good service, good process to parties, but what are we trying to prevent from credentialing? What's our goal like to do?
I mean, we can say legitimize the profession, but I think it's protecting turf. Lawyers do that, doctors do that, they all do that. But they can look good about doing it by saying, oh, but these terrible harms will happen if you don't let us protect our turf. And so I think as mediators, I'd like to protect our turf, but I'm not convinced we can say, oh, these terrible harms will occur if you don't let us do it.
The biggest harm, when you ask the question, the harm that's going to be prevented is the number of people who are not having their quality of lives improves because we can't get them to the table. And we can't get them to the table because we don't have a healthy profession. And we don't have a healthy profession because we don't have legitimacy. And we don't have legitimacy because we don't have the accoutrements of profession. And we're not going to have the accoutrements of profession until we answer these questions.
Talking about this from the point of view of preventing the harm, that I'm not sure we have any evidence that there is much of that harm. And I guess when I've heard people talk about it, it sounds like it's more a question about changing the stature of mediation and about marketing and about legitimacy. But yet, as we talk about the details, we seem to be talking about this other person. And the other thought I had is just, I wonder if something more like the TripAdvisor model would work better for us. TripAdvisor is a website. If you're going to travel, you get on TripAdvisor and you can read reviews from 500 people who stayed at that hotel.
Right.
And they can tell you whether they liked it or not and what they liked about it. It's a very different way of doing things than what we're talking about. But I wonder if that's what's my thought.
I just want to say, just because I might be burned out by some of it, or I don't want to speak for Jay whether he is or not, I think it's great that other people are continuing to have the conversation and keeping it going, because at some point, I think it'll eventually happen. So I'm going to
What do we do as mediators, as professionals, to help ensure a quality process, to help ensure that we have educated participants who know what good mediation looks like and what bad mediation looks like? And so my concern is that we say, well, this is going to take months and years, and we have to work on the key players, and we have to get buy-in, and maybe a committee, maybe we don't, but that then we just don't do anything to enhance the field or enhance our, the participants' knowledge would entail. So then do we keep walking up against the wall? Because if OMA says we're the organization who has done it in other states, who is doesn't have a training program of their own, so we're not in conflict with providing the training skills, but we are a 8-person volunteer board who come from different backgrounds and different levels of training, and we say, well, we can't do it, then what's the answer? Is there an answer? Because I guess we keep having the conversation and we say this is what it looks like and this is what it should look like, and some of us agree and some of us don't, but we don't know who will do it, so thanks for coming, it's 1:30, we're all gonna go. And we all say, well, that was fun, but.
That's why it hasn't happened.
We'll have to go back and reassess that if you have to, but at least something that has step, and you're gonna expect to get somewhere by a certain, you have an endpoint in mind, and these questions have been resolved as much as possible, and then you move forward with it. And I think then if OMA decides to do that, then there's going to have to